What's good, everybody? This is Otis here, and this is Cheez-It and Crusted fish. It's a very easy, very simple recipe, and it's also absolutely amazing. So I learned this about a year and a half, 2 years ago on one of my fishing trips, and basically all you need is you just need a box of Cheez-Its, some fish. It can be white or red, it doesn't matter. I'm using salmon here. I've even done it with tuna, catfish, basically any type of fish that you want. You can easily do it with. You'll need some butter for the pan and some fresh ground pepper, and you can also add some salt for it too. Just depends. Usually for me, Cheez-Its have enough salt, so I don't add salt. But for any other recipe, I would add salt for the fish. Okay, and the first thing you're going to do is put your pepper on. I usually do my pepper for about 15 to 25 seconds, just depending on how much you actually want. I know a lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people do like the fresh pepper, and so I usually will do a little bit more because I like it a lot. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get your Cheez-Its, and you're going to put them in a plastic baggie, and you want to smash them up to as small as you can, typically for about a minute to 2 minutes, and you want to get the pieces as small as you can because they stick onto the fish a lot better than the bigger ones. Okay, and the first thing you're going to do is you need to put a little bit extra butter than you're probably used to using, and that's just because it's going to take a little bit longer to cook because it's encrusted with the Cheez-Its. And also, if you're cooking either salmon or filet that's pretty thick, you're going to need to cook it a lot longer unless you're going to want it rare or at least medium in the fish, which depending on the type of fish, you will either want that or you won't want that. And before you place your fish into the pan, you're gonna want to make sure the butter is starting to smoke a little bit right before you put it in. You want your pan to be very, very hot, and when you first put it on, you're gonna want it on high settings. And then once it's been in the pan for roughly about 15 to 30 seconds, you're gonna want to lower it to medium high settings. Okay, now cooking time. It's going to vary greatly on how thick the actual fillet is. Length really doesn't matter in cooking fish. So if you have skin side down, which I highly recommend if you can always get that on fish, is use skin on the fish. It's so much easier to cook it, and some people do like eating the skin, some don't. It's just, I guess, depends on your actual taste. If you are cooking with fish that has skin, you're going to want to cook it for roughly about 90-95% of the time on the skin, and that's just because you can burn the skin all you want, and the fish underneath it is going to be completely fine. You won't have to worry about it getting burnt, charred, tried out. And basically, if it's a salmon, if it's a fattier type of fish, that fat is going to soak into the meat where it won't dry out. So it's very useful. It's very helpful. If it does not have skin, you're going to want to cook each side for about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how thick it is, and then flip it over and finish the other side. And once you do flip the fish over, you are going to have some Cheez-Its that are burnt on the skin. You don't have to worry about those. They actually taste very good because they're soaking in the butter and the fish fat, but you can flick them off before you serve it to someone if you want to. Now you're going to know your fish is done when it gets nice and golden brown on the outside, and maybe it starts to blacken depending on how well you want to cook it through, but it's going to be nice and golden brown when it's done, and it's also very, very delicious. Doesn't matter what type of fish it is. Okay, now for the best part, the eating part. You're basically it's going to be a little stuck sometimes to the skin on the outside of it, but once you flick it and move it around, it's going to be very easy to take off of the skin. And if you don't have skin, you don't have to worry about it. But other than that, it's very good. It's very simple. It's very quick. You know, a 6 to 12 minute dish, just depending on how thick the fish is. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.